This is always still kind of weird, you know? It's like, what's that thing floating by your mouth? But I just did like TikTok live and it went really well. But what I am gonna start doing is making more like live videos of the metacognitive processes, and I am not allowed to interact with you because what I am doing is I am gonna focus on this and some other stuff that I really think is valuable. And yeah, my dog needs medicines, so I can't ask for payments for services. I can't, but I can receive donations because my doggy, she needs medicines. um and I can like take her to the vet tomorrow. So, like, part of what I'm doing is I'm just gonna ask for donations. Um, yeah. So, like, I just got like the fifth person on my sales team. I just got his info, like, literally right now. So, it's not like I'm one of these people that just like sits around and expects like windfalls. Like, I create the windfalls usually, but I got like at least like a handful of people depending on me. Um, so I can't like accept um yeah, sorry, I'm on live stream. I'm like letting this person know. I'm so excited. Like they're all like on board. So like I have like five. Let me let them know. Like I'll send you info. So I cannot engage with the audience because I cannot solicit money and I cannot like ask for payment for future products, but I can accept donations. So like during this live stream, I'm gonna push like 100 websites so that anyone who doesn't know what automation is can see it happen live. I'm probably gonna shut off this live. It's just like a precursor because I need the video to show the like the intro before I actually record. I need a couple videos like that. But anyway, so like I have like what I think is, well, I mean, not just me, but like these people that are signing up to like sell for me, like they really believe in this product. I know that what I'm making is like beyond what's out there because it's what I do for a living, right? Like I investigate this stuff. And oh shit, that's not that was not what I was intending to do. So anyway, I'm just like really excited because like stuff is coming together and like I am learning how to do sales myself. So it's not like I'm handing it off, but I'm also like making a lot of this stuff automation. This is a like AI money grab, and I am looking for people that are motivated to sell stuff that is helpful for doctors, lawyers, uh contractors, roofers, and electricians specifically that want incoming lead generation email management services. Like that is it. That's all I'm selling right now. Not to you. Like I'm not selling to you because that would be considered like income. I'm not saying that if you make donations that you I would use that money to pay that, for you to pay me for something in the future. I'm just saying like I looked up Texas law. So right now I'm getting unemployment because like my job was terminated early and I pay so many taxes, like so many taxes. So I like decided to take the unemployment. So I cannot accept payments for future work or current work, but I can accept donations. My dog needs medicine. Yeah, and so like that's it. That's all. So later on in this stream, either this one or well, not this one, but like throughout the day, I mean from here on, I'm going to start like metacognitively talking about what I'm doing as I'm doing it while I'm writing code, because apparently that's missing. And every time that I hear like somebody much more important and impressive and well known than me talk about like, oh, and the AI thinks this way and that way and I need this step to do this step, like I'm like all I can think is like not all of us think like that. Like so I do want the like my voice, and like maybe it's like a female thing, I don't know, but yeah, like I do think that the most valuable thing I want to do right now is everybody talks about how like there needs to be all this data and you need like all these like different simulations. So I taught kindergarten for 9 years, or elementary school for like 9 years, right? Mostly kindergarten. And then I taught my service dog like how to like how to like basically my service dog, my Doberman, she went with me everywhere, like on airplanes as a kindergarten teacher. She was there with me. Then we went to CU Boulder. Like she didn't learn by having more of the same data. That's like pointless. The reason that dog learned so fast and the reason my students learned stuff really fast, but were not able to then literally pass a test Like they could ace a test any way I gave it to them, like sitting in one chair in the room. But then if I moved them, they were not able to like recall that information and apply it, right? And I was always like, why? What am I doing in the way that they're learning? It's because when I would do centers, excuse me, I would move the children, not the task, right? And like unless you have like that maternal instinct, I'm not a mom, I can't have kids, but like unless you have that maternal instinct and like you understand like boots on the ground, like what I'm trying to stop using the word like so much. Unless you're boots on the ground and you see it transmit through many kiddos, you don't really know that those are some of the nuances that happen when humans are learning, and neural nets are a lot like humans. So this is my next experiment for agi.kitchen, which by the way has a quite strong like presence in Ahrefs, and that's even with like a shitty website that doesn't have like all of the stuff in the background that it should. But anyway, to let you know what the next thing that I'm doing on agi.kitchen, my next experiment, there's 2 upcoming experiments. And again, I cannot accept payments for future work. I can only tell you that, and actually there's 3, right? And the third, I would never accept payment for. So the first one is this one. So this is a doggy camera, like a GoPro for a dog. I've been meaning to put this on my dog since I went to the digital CEO mastermind. So anyway, I think I have a lot of footage of this tree of mine that has been on death's door for forever, and it might already have, passed, but I don't think so. I think there's still some roots that are alive, like deeper in the ground for whatever reasons. But it doesn't matter how many times I go around the tree, like there's no more stuff that I can get from any of the LLMs, whether it's, like any of them, right? Like trust me, I've tried. However, what I don't have is the same point of focus from a different angle. So my guess is that if I put this on my dog, my Doberman, and maybe I'll try it on the 3 dogs, right? And I let them go around the tree the way dogs experience a tree, which like self-evidently is already different because they're like looking up at the tree, they're like smelling the tree. Their senses are different from mine, but they're still experiential senses, and they might have a stronger sense of smell. But that doesn't mean we don't both have smell. But like the AI, as far as we know, there's like something hidden in the lab somewhere, which I think might have some kind of smell. But anyway, um, like letting it, like giving that information. So I'll take the video, I'll slice it up into frames, and then I will feed it to the AI and see if it gives me back any new information from any of the insights that it's gleaned from all these months of like me giving it the same tree as time elapses, but like from my same field of view, from probably my same words, my same perspective. No matter how I try to vary the information, I can't, to a degree, like, like invoke the whatever Siddhartha in me and like stop existing and exist through my dog's eyes. Like I can do it to a degree, but I can't do that because just like the AI can't like see through my eyes yet. And even if it could, like, is it really experiencing the human experience? Probably not. Even if it embodies, like even if I had a neural link and the neural link was pumping blood, like that's still not the identical experience, right? So like even if you were able to take my soul and I would be able to like, like possess my dog, let's say, right? Of course I always go down the dark path. Then I don't know that I would still be experiencing it the same way because I would still have this vocabulary. But if you're Buddhist and you reincarnate, like you're supposed to erase or maybe not remember. Some beings remember, whatever, right? Like I'm going down too many paths here. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is like maybe the answer is not more data. Maybe it's just like the same topic from different perspectives, right? So like my little experiment is I have taken so much video and pictures of that tree, and just like I have all of the historic information on the tree and like what the AI said about it and stuff like that, right? And what I found on YouTube videos, and if I applied it and how it resulted, and what did the dirt analysis end up looking like, right? And and did I do this? Did I do that? Did I put moss into its wounds? Did I like wrap it in plastic? Yes, I did all that shit. I did all of it. And a tree, I think, is the roots are still alive. So my goal is to dig up the ground around the roots. And just like I asked ChatGPT once, well, if I was dying from a loss of blood, I wouldn't go to the hospital and drink drink blood, I would have it shot straight to my veins, right? Because I wouldn't go there and drink an iron, like a iron topped drink to like make me stronger. I would need blood like straight to the system, right? So like that's what I think that the tree needs. But I need to finish this code so that I can upload. I mean, so that I can go do that. But yeah, I am gonna put this GoPro for pets on the dogs, and take that footage, slice it into separate images, and then upload this and my historic data into whichever AI. Doesn't matter to me. I think Claude can take pictures. I don't remember. But anyway, like whichever ones. And then see if it starts to give me back a different kind of answer from what it was giving me when it was just me over time as like the same human going around the same tree. No matter if the tree was changing, like my perspective was never changing. But now it's like this GoPro, I'm wondering, like, will it change its ability to give me better answers if I'm able to give it the same topic from different perspectives that is like so different that it's a different species, if that makes sense. So I think if I can show that, then to me, because I was a teacher for so long and I saw the learning process and I saw it in my Doberman as she learned how to do like a lot of stuff, no matter, like, she could always do the thing. It didn't matter where we were, versus my students could do the thing, but it mattered where they were, right? So like I like to dissect that and to get to the next step where I think that what the AI is not able to do right now is so I did aviation electronics in the Navy, right? So like when you're testing like electricity going through a circuit, you have a circuit that is this big. So you can't find the fault easily through the whole thing, right? So then you cut it in half, and like if the circuit doesn't work here, it's somewhere over here. It's kind of like binary search tree, but with like electricity, right? But anyway, not taking that mindset and applying it to like, does the AI really need that much more data? Does it need to create synthetic data? Can it create better synthetic data and fill those gaps that like some people are realizing are what it's missing? If it has like a richer set of like the entire subjective, non-subjective or independent experience of whatever the topic is, right? So a lot of these, so I think that this was not news when they started talking about like what it doesn't have is like the data that's missing between the data that it already has, right? So like to give it a different context of the same topic will let it identify even more gaps that it doesn't have. So the footage from the dog's perspective of the tree will be different from my video perspectives as I slice them up into pictures, right? So I am really curious, like, what will the change be? Will there be a measurable change? And yeah, sure, it says like a silly small experiment, but I really think that if you just teach it differently from different perspectives instead of like assuming that everything has to be with text, because it doesn't, because even bytes.io and Python, it's read in as pixels, right? And there was someone, or I was watching like some YouTube earlier, and the guy was like, oh well, how does it know that it's this or that just from pixels? Well, because like early machine learning models, for example, like they could detect the, like, one of the people that was in in the data science boot camp that I went to, her name's Jenny, I think. Yeah, she's Jenny O'Shea. I think that's how you say her last name. Um, she did her project on being able to detect the posture of the person doing yoga and identifying yoga poses. So the like, and mine had to do with dogs, of course. So, but mine was like more like identifying the difference between what if you use text versus pictures. Like, do dogs that have better descriptions get adopted and retained longer than dogs that just have a great picture, right? So it wasn't just like which one gets them adopted more. It was like which one gets kept more. I think it's been so many years, but anyway, hers was more like to this example. So like the conclusions that the neural nets, which are more advanced and elaborate than basic machine learning model that we were using at the time, which I think she used like random forest. I don't remember. She used something like that. No, she used oh my god, I just forgot. It was like the one that has it's like some bedazzling word. I just forgot what it's called. But it was like it has like a bunch of different ones, and then she was giving it extra images to like boost. Yeah, like boost something. Yeah, that's what it was called. It was the boost something or other. I just cannot remember what it was called because I don't think about stuff like that much right now. But anyway, Now I have to like look it up. Sorry. What is the ML? What is the ML model that uses boost something or other? Was XG boost? I think that's what she used. Yeah, XG boost, extreme gradient boosting. Anyway, yeah, what's going to be the outcome? So that's the first experiment. The second experiment was, all right, so like always solve a problem that is repeated more than once by a large group of people if you want to make revenue, right? So keep hearing from influencers and people on YouTube like, oh, they like I got canceled and I lost all my followers. Well, I happen to know for a fact you can actually like be scraping your own data of people that are enlisted onto your social media platform. Like you have to do it kind of almost real time because you only see it like as it's happening, right? But you definitely can scrape that. And if you track like who is your follower on any of these social media platforms, like you can keep your own data, right? It's called digital real estate. You keep your own data. That's why, and it's different from like the whole like data is gold. Like it's a little bit different. This is more like a contrived email list management, like where everybody talks about like no matter what happens to the platform, like you always have your own email list. Well, this is like a little bit different because you don't usually get to have people's email address off of YouTube, but you get to know who they were, right? So like that's one form of a solution. So like that's the second thing I want to work on. And then the third thing is like what I would never build for. And I know that this is doable because I also right like because I've done the electronics thing and because now I did my internship at Seagates and I worked on IoT devices. So like and like seeing how AI is helping me just power through code. I know that I can do this. I just need the buffer, which is why I would accept donations, but I cannot accept payments in lieu of future work or for work in the presence, and I cannot engage with the audience according to the laws. Um, but however, swimming pool deaths are the number one killer for children. And I have a swimming pool, and it also kills pets. But if there was like a very basic home camera, like not too much fancier than this, right? Like even one, you can get them for like 30 or 40 bucks, right? Using very simple machine learning models, like you could have your camera detecting like is somebody underwater for too long. So like none of that is like so crazy difficult anymore. It used to be, but it's not anymore, right? And if anybody else comes up with doing any of those, I don't. Good for them, you know. Like it's like usable stuff that like somebody is gonna like enjoy or like benefit from. But if I have to go back to getting a job just to like make sure that I can buy my dog's medicine, then I can't do both because I'll do just like a shit job on both, right? So that is what I am aiming for here is like donations, but I don't have a donation link, right? But that's just what I'm going to work on later today. This has already been 18 minutes and I do talk really fast, but I also listen to stuff like twice the speed. And I have a lot of code to finish up today. So yeah, I am just going to be using live videos to demonstrate what I mean by automation, AI automation, like why the stuff I'm compiling is going to like blows whatever other stuff I've seen out of the water. I'm sure other people that do automation have amazing things too. But there's like a lot of cybersecurity in the stuff I'm doing that I know they don't even know what it is because it's like post quantum cryptography stuff, right? And then it's a lot of like AWS stuff that is like behind other firewalls. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what my pivot is, and I'm gonna start doing what are they called? Webcasts. So like one way webcasts to let people show up on Zoom and probably type in questions because if you let people start asking questions, it goes off the rails fast. And I have a video where even in person it went off the rails, in my opinion, because everyone has like these questions, right? But if you stop and think about what you're really asking, usually more commonly done when you're typing it or writing it, then the questions are more focused. And then also like usually the questions get answered through the course of the presentation or maybe like questions at the end. But through webcasts, I'm hoping that I can find doctors, lawyers, roofers, contractors, electricians that want incoming lead generation email list management. Just that, like that's all I have automation for it. Like that is what my workflow is. So that's what I'm focusing on. That's what my handful of salespeople signed up for, right? So yeah, I will see you all later. Thanks for being here, two people. Bye.